Hey everybody, Ace Trainer Liam here. Generation 7 brought some interesting new features to the Pokemon world that we know and love. We saw the introduction of Ride Pokemon, Island Trials, and Island Kahunas replacing the gyms that we knew so well, and also the introduction of brand new fascinating creatures called Ultra Beasts. Ultra Beasts are powerful new Pokemon that originate from Ultra Space that came to Alola via Ultra Wormholes. They all share the ability Beast Boost, which raises the Pokemon's highest stat, apart from HP, every time the Pokemon directly causes an opponent to faint. They're often seen to be very aggressive creatures, although that's mainly because they're scared, because they didn't willingly travel to our dimension through the Ultra Wormhole. They were dragged through and therefore are apprehensive of anything and anyone that comes near them. They're also particularly attracted to people and Pokemon that have traveled through the Ultra Wormhole and have been to Ultra Space, kind of under the assumption that nearby will be an Ultra Wormhole so they can get home. Since anything that's traveled through an Ultra Wormhole is coated in what's known as Ultra Energy, which kind of acts like an Ultra Pheromone, more like Ultra Jizz. Anyway, long story short, Ultra Beasts exist now, and here are my top 5. Number 5. I have a love-hate relationship with Celesteela. During the first few months of Pokemon Sun and Moon being released, I saw a lot of Celesteela being used in battle, and in fact most of the VGC players seem to have a Celesteela as part of their team. And personally, I didn't see the appeal. It has a decent proportion of stats, fair enough, but it's generally used as a staller, and I'm just not the biggest fan of stally Pokemon. They just kind of bore me. But what I do like is how intimidating this Pokemon is. When someone sends this Pokemon out onto the battlefield, even experienced trainers will take one look at this towering monster and think, oh shit. It's such an imposing figure, and fair enough, it does make a good fit on a variety of different teams. I do find it weird though that Celesteela is a steel and flying type. Like, I get it. Celesteela is based on rockets, and it's also based on Princess Kaguya, who apparently came from the moon, so I get the flying type, I do. But when you consider that it's sort of a counterpart to Kartana, which is found exclusively in Pokemon Sun, whereas Celesteela is found exclusively in Pokemon Moon, I would have thought that would also, like Kartana, be a steel and grass type, especially with the amount of grass type moves it learns, as opposed to the one flying type move it learns by level up. Much in the same way that Pheromosa and Buzzwole butthole are counterparts. They're both bug and fighting type Pokemon, and they're exclusive to Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun respectively. But hey, I don't design the Pokemon. Number 4. I'll tell you who does design some Pokemon. James Turner. He brought us the Ice Cream Pokemon family. Thanks, Jamie boy. Another of James's creations though, Guzzlord. And good lord, is Guzzlord a good looking guzzler of lord? What? Anyway, Guzzlord, aside from its horrific typing, 4 times weak to Fairy is never a good attribute to have in battle these days. It's actually a pretty cool Pokemon. It certainly looks like it fits the theme of the Ultra Beasts, massively terrifying Pokemon that looks like it's from another dimension. It also has monstrous HP and can be a real hassle if you don't take it down quick enough. The idea that it can and will eat anything and everything it desires is a scary thought in itself. And the fact that, according to the Pokedex, its droppings have never been found suggests it's based on a black hole. Things go in, but nothing comes out. That's just one of the most terrifying things to behold. The claws suggest it's based off a crab too, which is kind of obvious. I mean, you'd be crabby as well if you'd just eaten a mountain and couldn't poo. Number 3. Let's say it together. Buzzwole's design is a rip-off of a Scrab. Buzzwole, Scrab. Scrab, Buzzwole. Buzzwole, Scrab, Scrab, Buzzwole. Butthole. And you know who did this? It's bloody James again. He just designed stuff based on what he sees. He saw ice cream? Pokemon. He saw a tree stump? Pokemon. He saw a vulture? Pokemon. He played Abe's Odyssey and saw a Scrab? Pokemon. As a result, he designed a really badass looking Pokemon. Not only that, if used right, Buzzwole is a wrecking machine. Its fantastic physical attack and physical defense make it a fearsome foe, although its lackluster speed has something to be desired. It's hilarious watching Buzzwole's animations where it's so extremely conscious of its muscles that it has to flex and show off all the time, although it could just be an intimidation tactic. Of the two bug and fighting type Ultra Beasts, I'd take Buzzwole over Pheromosa any day because it actually looks like it could deliver some serious damage. Plus, I mean, yeah, its name does sound like butthole. Butthole. Number 2. Well, isn't this Nihilego thing fucking creepy. The first Ultra Beast revealed and ultimately the main antagonist of Pokemon Sun and Moon, Nihilego seems to be the most evil of the Ultra Beasts, preying on the vulnerability of the human mind and even fusing with Lusamine for a bit to take full control. But damn, it's pretty, right? As someone who's always found jellyfish to be really elegant and beautiful, but also absolutely terrifying, this thing strikes a real chord with me. It is a really great design and had a lot of us speculating about whether or not it was going to be linked to Lily and whether or not it was actually going to be Lily was the speculation at one point. Although, in a way, it was linked to Lily because it was taking control of her mother's mind and ultimately possessing her at one point, but who would have seen that coming? It's also a very reliable special attacking Pokemon, with great special attack and defense, and also above average HP. The downside, of course, it learns nothing that can raise its terrible physical defense. The only thing you've got for it is Reflect, but that isn't going to make that much of a difference when this 4 times weak to ground Pokemon is faced with an Earthquake. Nihilego, you had such potential, but you let us down. Number 1. Xurkitree is the definition of a special attacking Ultra Beast. All you need to do is make sure Xurkitree moves first and nothing else is going to move. Ever. Its special attack is stupidly high, so this thing can hit stupidly hard. And once it's annihilated your first Pokemon, it's going to get a Beast Boost, which is going to raise its special attack, and then it's going to be unstoppable. Not only that, but it can have the move Tail Glow, which raises its special attack 2 more stages. Calm down, Xurkitree. Who hurt you? I once saw a Choice Scarfed Xurkitree so powerful that once it was up and running, it could take down Pokemon that had 4 times resistances to its attacks. Once this thing gets rolling, it becomes unforgiving and unrelenting. Not only that, but it's arguably the simplest design for an Ultra Beast, yet it looks the coolest. It's literally like, let's make Xurkitree. Let's take the stuff that make up circuits and make them into a tree. Easy peasy. Job done. Xurkitree is a perfect example of an Ultra Beast done right, and as a result, it strikes fear into anyone that faces it, especially if they know its capabilities. And that's why Xurkitree is my favorite Ultra Beast of them all. Now make sure you leave a comment letting me know which Ultra Beast is your favorite, and if your favorite isn't on my list, let me know why it has a firm place on your list. Of course, follow me on Twitter for all my latest updates, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel with notifications on so you never miss a video from me. But until next time, I'm Ace Trinillium. Keep on training.